Good evening.
Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion? Is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
Wait here.
Here? Right here? What about, say, over there? No? Right here? All right, then. You're the Grand Champion. Whatever you say.
Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spell Sword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, finest courier in Tamriel, Auditor of the Great Houses. Nerevarine, former head of the Blades on Vardenfell, most loyal servant of the Emperor. Right. Now I remember what I was up to. Quite a bit of power in that swing. So if memory serves, this was the vampire lair, and I had to restart it because of a crash.
Who's there?
Alright, that lich is going to be a bit of a pain. Somebody hears me. Alright, before we lose any progress. I think I'll start by going in a bit deeper, but I need to remember there's an upper level I need to deal with still. probably wouldn't hurt for me to do some alchemy. So I'm trying to start with some potions that I might actually use. Alright, now the rest of this we just turn into potions. These will be sold at some point. I should have hung on to those. feel like I didn't make... Oh, and then somehow I've increased the weight. That's terrible. I'm really mad I had to do that. So yeah, the idea was I would just try and free up some space by making potions. But in future, I'm just going to keep the raw materials and make the potions when I'm ready to sell them.
What's that? Who's there? Die, damn you!
It's a bit of a perverse incentive that I want to catch disease just so that I can unburden myself of a few of my potions.
Must have been the wind.
I'm really messing this up.
my eyes playing tricks on me?
And move quick. She sounded so sweet when it wasn't in combat. So I know I'm wasting some of the soul charges on this. I probably should try to fill up my soul gems, but I'm really not sure what is like what the levels of everything are. And it seems like it's really easy to waste soul gems. Not to mention magic. Didn't mean to pick that up. One of my bigger dilemmas right now is that I have a lot of dead weight that I'm carrying. For instance, all of my books. But it's a bit of a long walk to my house. So I'm trying to make the best of my current situation, but I'm really not maximizing the value that I could be pulling out of these dungeons. So there might be some upgrades there for me. First of all, do I have glass? You know what, let's just grab them all.
I've slain Saradur. I should return immediately to Roland's cabin and give him the news.
This is a real pain. I know I was carrying that Daedric bow forever, but it's obviously not something I can work with. One thing I could do is,
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you standing here next to me. Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion! Is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
follow your esteemed Grand Champion.
Golly, you're the best! I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on. Let's go.
Looked a lot better in the dungeon. Alright, so apparently if I do unusual angles, it works. Sort of. Maybe worth 1800 septims, but I might just dump it. I hope I'm heading the right way. Oh. Well, I'm sure they'll find me.
I hope you're here to bring me good news. He's dead? Thank goodness. I feared I'd never be able to leave here, or worse, that he would come for me. I can finally return home. The ironic thing is that I think the Order of the Virtuous Blood should continue its work. Perhaps I'll speak to the others. Yes, I think that the Order will live on. Give me time to make arrangements and meet me in Seridor's basement.
Sorry, I just need a second. Alright, tell me more about Seridor.
Let us never speak of that abomination again.
Never mind. Tell me more about vampires.
Horrid creatures. I hope we never see one in the Imperial City again. I'll see you in the Imperial City.
Get a little practice in. I hope my fan's okay. Oh, hi. Now I gotta remember where I put. Oh, here we go. So given given what the sun is doing, I have a suspicion we won't be able to sell all this. But even if we can get a place to sleep, I'll just be ready to unload everything in the morning. It's not the best way to enjoy the scenery by carrying a cuirass, but I am responding to the incentives. You know, that cuirass I throw at you is or something.
Die, damn you! You're...
Should probably take a second to make sure I'm headed the right way. Yep, it's just a long path. So this isn't exactly where I wanted to be moving right away. I will head back here at some point, but let's take care of what I can and I'll take care of whatever business I can in this city first. Now, before we go any further, let's first catch up on the quest.
Separated at birth, 4th of Hearthfire, 3rd era 433. I've heard rumors in Coral that Reynald Germain has been seen in Cheydinhal, or possibly Cheydinhal, and that he's acting strange. Whenever approached by someone from Coral, he seems to have no memory of them whatsoever, even if he's met them before. It seems strange enough to follow up on. I should go and find Reynald Germain around town. Reynald denies that he's ever been to Cheydinhal recently. In fact, in his drunken condition, it's doubtful that he could make it anywhere without falling down. Reynolds paid me 50 gold to travel to Cheydinhal and find the man who is impersonating him. I was told by a resident of Cheydinhal that there is in fact a Gilbert Germain in town. I should go and find this Gilbert and uncover his relation to Reynald.
If this is the guy... Unbelievable.
Is there something I can do for you?
What can you tell me about Reynald Germain?
He's alive? I was told that my mother and brother never survived. This is amazing. I'll need to go see him at once. You'll have to excuse me. I'd better leave right away. But please, come and see us in Coral. It would be wonderful for us both to be able to thank you for helping us find each other again.
Alright, well, that was easy.
I've met Gilbert Germain, who is Reynald's twin brother. Gilbert did not know that his brother was still alive and is anxious to meet him. He asked me to meet him in Corals so that they can thank me together for my help in reuniting them.
Okay, actually this is kind of close.
This reunion will be the happiest day of my life.
Let's learn how we should behave.
Alyssa Otis' Guide to Cheydinhal. Arcane bless my body and my soul. My name is Alyssa Otis, and I'd like to tell you about Cheydinhal. The first impression of the visitor Cheydinhal is of broad green parklands, graceful willows along the banks of the Corbolo, neatly groomed gardens, and flowering shrubs. Cheydinhal looks prosperous, with clean, well-trimmed houses and neat stonework, ornamented with striking designs in glass, metal, and wood. But what lurks beneath this pleasing appearance? Crime, scandal, corruption. Cheydinhal is divided into 3 districts. To the north, on a hill, is the courtyard and the inner keep of Castle Cheydinhal. A road runs east-west below the castle, from the east gate to the west gate. The Corbolo River runs roughly north-south from this road, dividing southern Cheydinhal into 2 districts, Chapel in the east and Market in the west. In Market District lie all the shops, inns, and guild halls. In Chapel District are the chapel itself and Cheydinhal's residences. Bridges span the Corbolo in the north and south, with the south bridges connecting upon a pretty little island park in the middle of the river. Though Cheydinhal lives in the Nibean East, its culture is shaped by the Dark Elf immigrants who emigrated here in the past half-century from Morrowind. Many of these immigrants were fleeing Morrowind's rigid society and heathen temple theocracy. In Cyrodiil, they hope to find the stimulating commercial atmosphere inspired by Zenithar's patronage. One of these immigrants is now Count Cheydinhal. Andel Inderis was of House Hlalu in Morrowind, but he came to Cheydinhal searching for greater opportunity. His sudden rise into the highest ranks of Cyrodiilic nobility is hard to explain, and most old families of Cyrodiil rightly regard him as a presumptuous upstart. However, the discovery of the Count's wife, Lady Lithasa Inderis, badly battered and dead at the foot of the country hall stairs, immediately attracted scandal, and rumors of the Count's dissipation, rages, and infidelity suggest a darker mystery behind her death. The chapel of Arcane in Cheydinhal is poorly attended. The Count sets a poor example. He never sets foot inside the chapel, but perhaps it is from fear of divine judgment that he avoids placing himself under the eyes of the Nine. Cheydinhal's primate, priest, and healer are goodly people and staunch professors of the faith, but the most honored and respected of the chapel's clerics is Arundel, the living saint of Arcane, a tireless crusader against the wicked practice of necromantic sorcery in the Mages Guild and the Imperial Battle College. Both of Cheydinhal's inns appear respectable from the outside, but the Newlands Inn is owned by a wicked, profane, dark elf ruffian, and this Cheydinhal Bridge Inn is owned by a dignified, devout imperial matron, so I'm sure you will know which place will serve you good, reasonable food, which will provide you with a safe, clean bed where you are unlikely to be murdered for your purse. The owner-proprietor of Cheydinhal's bookstore is Makna, an Argonian, and a ruder, more disagreeable creature I have never met. Nonetheless, her selection of books is excellent, and her prices reasonable. The poorest of Cheydinhal's residences are bright and clean with well-groomed grounds, and the citizens think it no inconvenience when you step in to admire their furniture and appointments, provided you do so at a decent hour. However, be warned. Many of these residents seem respectable to all appearances, but no sooner do they open their mouths than they reveal themselves to be evil brutes, shocking and rude, and more likely to murder you and bury you in their basements as to speak a civil word to you. That many of these rough, unpleasant people are orcs should be no surprise to you. However, you will not wish to miss the house of Cheydinhal's most notable citizen, the celebrated painter Raith Lithandis. He is often hard at work in his studio and not to be disturbed, but his wife is gracious and hospitable, and may be persuaded to show you those of his paintings which hang on his own walls. Follow the Nine to glory.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. So let's see if I can find a Mage's Guild. This is a really pretty looking city. Well, the Fighters Guild is a... Fighters Guild's as good as any for me. Before I go too far, I'll just take a second here in the temple.
Good evening.
Ah, never mind then. Sorry, just need another second.
How are you?
How goes? Well met. Take care.
You here looking for work, meet? Maybe you want a contract?
Maybe I do.
You will advance through the ranks of the Fighters Guild when you have proven your merit. As you complete contracts and fulfill your duties, you'll be promoted to the next station, accepting the associated duties and responsibilities. Be aware, though, that your rank can be stripped for failure to uphold the tenets of the Guild, or at the sole discretion of the Guild Master. I'm sorry, you're not yet ready for a promotion. Keep completing contracts and take care of any assigned duties.
Alright. First of all, tell me about Cheydinhal.
This guild is going to hell in a hog cart. Look at what they give me. Keld of the Isles, Odinbar, both guardian rank? Pfft, useless.
Alright, what kind of contract are we looking at?
I suppose I've got something for you. We need a weapons shipment delivered to Desolate Mine. That's your job. Move your ass, boot.
Oh, crumbs. Oh, didn't weigh anything. Alright. It's causing that shadow. I suppose if before I go too far, let's
The March Rider sells and repairs weapons and armor. Can I help you? I'm Tertia Veducia.
I think we're going to become great friends. First of all, tell me about the city.
Did you know we have the finest horses in Cyrodiil? Right here in town? Black Waterside Stables. The best thoroughbred blacks. Certainly. Sure, whatever you want. Don't be silly. Don't, please. I doubt you really mean that. Nope, you're pathetic. That's not bad. Let's do business.
This is pretty aggressive, but...
That's just... I can't make... I can't afford to... Don't expect me to make me a... That seems... That's a fair... A good price for a... You got a great... A fine
The rest of that's too expensive.
Another satisfied customer. Farewell. Good day. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Pleasure doing business with you. Thank you. Be seeing you.
It's kind of neat that I could see that it was raining through the door.
Orba Grauzgaj. We've got everything the adventurer needs. I'm an old adventurer myself, and I know what's wanted.
Are there any arrows and knees involved? Tell me about the town.
I'm retired from adventuring, but you might try the old mine they call Rickety Mine, out east, along the Blue Road. Another possibility in that direction might be Kemen. It's an old Aliad ruin. You might also look at Quickwater Cave to the north. I cleared it out, but I haven't been there in years. It might have new tenants. I'm listening. Good one. My life is drab and You're wasting. Not now, not later, not ever. Not now, not later, not ever. That's amazing. Oh, please. Sure. That's cute. Gracious, what a hero. Good. What nonsense. You can't scare me. I offer the finest goods and the lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. You're trying to drive me out of business. You need to make... You... I can't do that. A fine trend. That's a good deal. You got a great deal there. An excellent bargain. That's a good deal.
Really debating on selling this one.
That seems a fair price. You've made a good bit of gold. That's more than I would usually pay. That's more than I would usually pay. That's a fair deal. You've made a good bit of gold. You... Thank you for your patronage.
Alright, so we're gonna do a bunch of alchemy just to make some money. And I think we should be okay for our weight. As always, I'll see if I can get some Fortify Willpower out of this. So this damage is luck. This isn't actually useful to me. really thought I had another reflect damage. Alright. So I'm keeping all of the restores, which is probably giving me too much weight and materials, but it's just nice to have a little compact restoration in case I get hit by some kind of magic.
Good day. A pleasure. What can I interest you in?
Alright, so out of all the stuff that we've built, I want to, I basically want to sell anything that doesn't, anything that has too much weight. So for instance, this Restore Fatigue, not useful to me.
That seems...
This I'll hang on to just because it's for Magicka. Yeah, I'll live with this, I think.
I appreciate your business.
So after all that, yeah, we
Farewell.
got some alright weight. So before I go too much further, I do want to take a minute and stop by the Mages Guild just to see if I can pick up any spells, and then if I can get a recommendation.
Well met.
Spare a coin, please.
Ah!
Can you spare a coin?
What is it, associate? Don't tell me you're here for a recommendation.
I'm just here to ask about the Arcane University.
Without recommendations from the local guild halls, you'll never see the inside of it. I dare say that's one of the few things Traven has done right. By all means, travel to the Imperial City and get stopped at the gates. You should get used to that sort of rejection.
Can you tell me about Cheydinhal?
I am the chapter head of the Cheydinhal Mages Guild. It is quite an honor, but they had no choice, since I'm the only semi-competent one here.
Well, don't oversell yourself. Tell me more about the Mages Guild.
The guild is still powerful in Cyrodiil, but poor decisions in the recent past have weakened it. Perhaps killed it. We shall see.
Let's get to know each other better. Never mind. I want a recommendation.
Don't waste my time if you're not ready for this. Are you prepared to do what is necessary to gain a recommendation from me?
Sure.
Very well. We shall see how prepared you actually are. There was a particular ring of burden I was testing some time ago. Another stupid associate somehow got his hands on it and managed to misplace it. If I didn't know better, I'd say he purposely tossed it down the well behind the guild hall. Why he would do such a thing is beyond me. You will retrieve this ring for me. Should you manage to do so, I shall consider sending a recommendation to the university. The well is locked, so you'll need the key. Dietzen should have a copy of it. Now get moving.
Tell me more about the Ring of Burden.
It's not a normal ring, you see. You may find it slightly difficult to carry. Don't say I didn't warn you. Find someone else to bother, won't you?
I'm Islanwy. I'm only a conjurer, but Orentur is a full magician. Isn't he wonderful?
What can you tell me about Nirnroot?
At the last Imperial Alchemy Symposium, I heard Sindarian mention something about a strange, glowing root. I'm afraid I can't remember what he said about them. Perhaps you should make the trip to Skingrad and ask him in person.
What can you tell me about Cheydinhal?
Perhaps it seems silly, but our love is the most important thing in all creation. Orentur and I spend all our time together in the High Elf way.
What does that... Never mind.
Orentur doesn't like to brag, but no one can match the spells he can cast. He might teach you one if you're skilled enough. You never know when you might need a good, strong potion. Best to stock up now while you can.
Alright, definitely picking up the, expert calcinator.
Pleasure doing business with you. Make me a better... I can't do that. You've got... An excellent deal. A bar... High...
I've also had a slightly different idea about how I'm going to handle my my inventory here, because it is getting a little ridiculous how many raw materials I'm just carrying around.
You're Thank you for your business.
All right.
Bye.
So as always, we'll see if we can get some Fortify Willpower out of this. Right, this doesn't help. So that's a shame, just because it's going to have a different name, and I won't remember what it does. Alright, so the next step here is I want to find anything that gives me a restore of a trait. So for instance, let's start with the restore agility. Alright, so clearly here I've got more than I'm ever going to need, so we're just going to clear these out. Now these I'm going to hang on to because they can be, or am I? I guess they can be. Now, you know what? So basically, it's going to be 5 of any restore. So restore intelligence, same idea. Although this one has Fortify Intelligence, so I'm going to hang on to those. And if you'll excuse me, I actually just need to run for a second. I'll be back as soon as I can. Alright, not crazy about the fact that all the audio went away. I'm sorry about the delays. I'm trying to record these earlier so that YouTube can process the video. But, it does mean I get interrupted quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to take a new approach to this. So I'm going to write down my stats. Excuse me. So now I want to make sure that I only have 5 of each restoration. Everything else I'll hang on to. So there's 3 there. Let's just see if I have a big stack of something that can restore luck. Nope, but I have enough for 5, so that's good. Okay, so there's 1 for speed. Alright, so I already said that I had enough for intelligence, so we'll get rid of the lady's smock. Personality. I've got 2 there. Endurance. So 3. All right. Looks like I've got 4 for willpower. Okay, so the rest of this I'm just gonna burn through. So this I'm going to hang on to because they're light and I can turn them into Restore Magicka. This has Reflect Damage. This is my restore agility. This can eventually become restore strength. This is part of my restore speed along with the glow dust. And also the reflect spell. Luck I needed. Personality I needed. This was for endurance. This was the one we just built potions out of. So theoretically here, I'm not going to use as much invisibility as all this, so let's just clear that out. So these have things I want to keep. These don't. So this will eventually become Fortify Personality. This has Cure Paralysis, and this will eventually become Fortify Speed. So hopefully that will free up some more inventory space and make me some money.
Well met. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. Fine transaction. You got a great deal there. I can't. That's a good. You got an excellent bargain. You drive it. That's a good deal. I appreciate your business.
All right. I probably don't need this many cure disease and cure paralysis, but I'll hang on to those for now.
I'm Ditzan, magician, Mages Guild, that is.
Pleased to meet you. Tell me more about the town.
It's all right. The guild here, that is. That's what you meant, right? It's fine. I'm doing fine here.
Sure about that? Tell me more about the Mages Guild.
Our hall doesn't offer much in the way of training. I can teach some basic illusion skills, but that's about it. Good that you want to get better.
I think I'll hold off on that for now.
Be careful, associate.
I'm really looking to buy spells if I can.
Don't you have somewhere else to be?
Can I help you, associate? Can I...
Alright, let's change the quest to, Oh, hang on.
I'm Dizan, magician, Mages Guild, that is.
I need a key from you.
Don't tell me Falcar's given you the same task he gave Vidkun. Oh, dear, I'd say more, but... Well, Falcar is the ranking member here, and I don't feel comfortable talking about him. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. Find me when Falcar's not around, and then we'll talk. After we've spoken, you can have the key. Believe me, this is important. Be careful, associate. Greetings, guildmate.
Something I can do for you?
They charged me 5 gold for littering. Littering? I'd barely make that in a year. These fines are ridiculous.
Be seeing you.
Can I help? I'm Dizan, magician, Mages Guild, that is. We can talk, so long as Falcar is out of earshot. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's trying to get you killed. He gave poor Vidkun the same task, and we never saw him again. I'm reasonably sure there's a connection, but I can't prove it. Do be careful. I'd hate to lose another useful associate. Here's the key, and something extra. I don't know if it will be of use to you, but from what I've heard of Falcar's ring, it may come in handy. And if you find out anything about what happened to Vidkun, let me know, will you?
Tell me more about fines.
Ever since Ulrich Leyland took over the captain of the guard post, this city's gone downhill. It's getting almost scary to walk the streets. The guards have imposed new, ridiculously heavy fines for every infraction under the sun. They almost seem to make up laws just for charging fines. If you can't pay the fine, they can take your property away or toss you in the castle dungeons. Nothing we can do about it, really. If you're interested, go talk to Levana Nadaran. She seems the most outspoken against Ulrich and his new fines.
What else can you tell me about Vidkun?
He was an associate, just like yourself. Perhaps not the brightest, but very eager. He was given his assignment from Falcar and disappeared. It's like he dropped out of existence. No one knows what happened, and Falcar won't say a word about it. Be careful, associate.
Sorry, I'm trying to get
How
up.
about mixing up some potions? You look like quite the alchemist.
I am. Sorry if I sound like I'm shuffling around a lot. I'm trying to find the right posture for streaming. Nice.
You head to the well behind the Mages Guild in Cheydinhal to retrieve a ring of burden for Falcar. The last person given this task has disappeared. I should learn anything about him. Should I learn anything about him, I should speak with Dietzen.
Wasn't there something about buoyancy that I was given? Right, well, one way or the other, I got an answer to this.
I found the Ring of Burden and should return it to Falkar.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Oh, you're still alive.
I'm Trayvon, the Red Guard, Mages Guild Evoker. Surprised? Yes, you don't see many Red Guards in the Mages Guild. We don't much like spellcasters in Hammerfell. Wizards steal souls and tamper with minds. If you use magic, you're weak or wicked.
What are you doing here, then?
My family didn't approve of my vocation, so I had to come to Cyrodiil for my education. I admit, I still have strong prejudices against necromancy, summoning, and illusion. Profaning the remains or souls of the dead is just wrong, and I'm uneasy about tampering with others' minds and trafficking with Daedra.
Tell me more about the Daedra cults.
Daedra cults aren't necessarily evil, of course. In nearby Morrowind, for example, they worship Daedra in the temple. The Azura Shrine north of town, up Lake Arius Way, for instance. I know a dark elf there. Nothing evil about him.
Well, thank goodness. There's nothing evil about dark elves. Tell me about the city.
My progress through the ranks here will be slow. My prejudices against certain types of magic limit my chances for advancement.
Tell me more about the Mages Guild.
If you're looking for the most powerful spells, you'll want to speak to Barisian at the Arcane University. If you're allowed in, that is. Didn't you hear? Oh no, I suppose you wouldn't have. You'd best go see Dietzen before you do anything else. Knowledge is power.
Cool.
What can I interest you in? I can't do it. Tell your friends about me. Farewell.
I'm afraid some things have happened while you've been gone, Associate. It may affect your recommendation.
Tell me more.
I'll admit, it's my doing. I couldn't leave well enough alone, and after you'd left to go after that ring, well... I'm just so tired of the way we've all been treated by Falkar. I was worried about you and angry about Vidkund, so I confronted Falkar directly. He was furious when I told him I'd helped you, and then when I threatened to report him to the Council of Mages, I thought he was going to kill me. He flew into a rage. I didn't even understand some of his ranting, but he said that our days are numbered, and then he stormed out. I don't know if he ever wrote your recommendation. I'm sorry. I didn't expect this to happen. Perhaps you should go look and see if he did write one. You should check his room in the living quarters. If you see the note or anything else unusual, let me know. I'll gladly send it to the council. Oh, just drop it anywhere. I don't think he really cared about it. I think it was some sort of sick joke on his part.
And Vidkun?
It's such a shame. He didn't deserve to die like that. Goodbye.
I hope I can help. Smart to keep your magic items charged. Bye.
A pleasure to speak with you. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? Goodbye.
I need to search Falkar's quarters in Cheydinhal Mages Guild for any sign of a recommendation there.
But where's our quarters?
Well met, guildmate.
Hello, associate.
There's no evidence of a recommendation in Falkar's room, but I found black soul gems. I should take them to Dietzen immediately.
What's this? Black soul gems? Oh dear, this is worse than I'd expected. All right, I'll just take these from you. I'll need them for my report to the council. Now, you didn't find any sort of recommendation? Very well. I shall write one myself and include it in my report to the council. In light of the circumstances, I believe they'll find it more than adequate.
I was told by one of the townspeople in Cheydinhal that the guards have been imposing heavy and unfair fines lately. This seemed to begin ever since the new captain of the guard, Ulrich Leland, took office. I was referred to Levana Naderen, who lives in the south end of town, and she is the most vocal about her dislike for the new commander.
Goodbye.
I will the mines, but I figure I might as well get what I can done inside the town first. I don't know if I had any afflictions, but it's nice to know that they're banished.
Stand clear.
Hello. You seem far too nice to be one of Ulrich's men. What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about these finds.
Oh, please, don't even get me started. That madman won't be satisfied until everyone in town is dead broke. Or in jail. What in Oblivion is Ulrich doing with all that money anyway? I'm sure he's lining his pockets with the gold of the good citizens of Cheydinhal. Take my good friend Aldous Othran, for example. In the last month, he's been fined 6 times. 6! All for being drunk and disorderly. Have you ever gone past a guard barracks? When are they not drunk and disorderly? What kind of a stupid fine is that? Well, Aldous couldn't pay the last 2 fines, so they seized his home and threw him into the street until he could pay it. Bastards!
What about the Count?
The Count? He could care less about our plight. As long as the roast suckling pig is delivered to his feast table, he's as happy as can be.
Is there anyone who cares?
Well, there's one man who seems to care. Garrus Durelian, the second in command of the guard. I hear he isn't happy with Ulrich.
Yeah, because he's between him and a promotion.
I don't know what you can do for us in this situation. I mean, Ulrich is the captain after all. Perhaps you could speak to Garrus. You can find him roaming the county hall of the castle most of the time.
I thought he'd be in the middle of some calibrations. Tell me more about Aldous.
Poor fellow. You may be able to find him roaming the streets of Cheydinhal, probably drunk. Only a month ago, he lost his wife. They were traveling the road from the Imperial City when a bandit raiding party struck. He barely escaped alive. Ever since then, he's been drunk. Sure, he gets rowdy sometimes, but he's never hurt anyone.
And what about Ulrich Leland?
I don't know where the Count found him, but I sure wish he'd send him back. He's a menace to this town. Garrus may be our only hope.
What? Yes? What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you about Ulrich Leland.
It appears you've spoken to Lavanna. I know she sounds a bit like a raving madwoman, but she isn't far from the truth. Ulrich is definitely up to something. Every day, we take in exorbitant fines from the people. Where most of the money goes, I have a good idea. Ulrich keeps his quarters locked, but I've glimpsed inside. The things he has in there could never be purchased on a captain's salary. At first, I thought maybe he was from wealthy stock, but many of the goods have been delivered recently. I'd love to bring him to task in front of Count Indaris, but I dare not without a solid witness that will speak against him.
What about Lavanna?
Honestly, she's never done anything to be fined or get in trouble. Yet. The person I'd love to bring in as a witness is Aldous Arthur. That is, if we could sober him up for 5 minutes. I haven't approached him myself, as Ulrich has eyes everywhere. However, he doesn't know you well enough yet to suspect anything. If you want to help, you need to get Aldous to agree to become a witness. Nothing else can be done.
All right, tell me more about Aldous.
Aldous is living on the street now that his house has been seized. I begged Ulrich to give him more time, but he wouldn't. He won't be hard to find. Just follow the smell of stale mead.
Anything else to say about him?
Make haste. Find him quickly. No telling what mischief he may get himself into, and we need him as a witness.
All right, what about Ulrich?
Beware of Ulrich. I wouldn't confront him at this time, as he'll surely have you thrown in jail. If you raise a hand against him and strike him down, you'll be accused of murder. Even if Ulrich doesn't do things by the letter of the law, I do. You must locate Aldous. He's a danger to himself and others in his condition.
Oh yeah, sounds like an ideal witness. Let's test this fine theory. People of Cheydinhal, your savior has arrived. Behold the power of my magicka. Alright. Defacing public property. Yeah. Yeah. Dance for me. Dance. Dance. Dance.
Hello there.
Hello yourself.
Who are you?
Ulrich Leland.
Ha! That stupid Swit? Throw me out of my home, will he? I'll show him a thing or two about messing with an Othran. All I did was fall down, sure. Maybe even vomited on the floor of the tavern. Charge me 6 times, Ulrich? Charge me, you fetcher! Well, I'm not standing for this anymore. You come with me and I'll show you what the Othrans can do when their backs are to the wall.
When Aldous drunk as usual, he begged me to follow him back to his old house where he wanted me to witness something. I should follow.
Can we maybe not?
Get out of my way and keep following. I'll show you a thing or two.
I have a feeling I might need to use this calm spell.
This is my house. Get out of the way. Move, I say.
Sir, this property has been seized by his lordship, the Count of Cheydinhal. Leave immediately.
I said move, or by my ancestors, I'll put you on the ground with a split lip.
Sir, I must warn you that threatening a city guardsman is an offense punishable by a fine of no less than 50 gold. Pay, or be jailed.
You swit. How dare you? Ulrich be damned. He can take his fine and stuff it up his backside.
You've been warned. You're now under arrest. Please, come with me.
I'll go nowhere with you, fetcher. Nowhere.
Aldous Othran has been slain by a Cheydinhal guard. He led me to his old house, where he exchanged heated words with the guards. During the argument, Aldous pulled a knife, and the guards put him down. I should tell Levana the sad news.
Alright, I am a little curious about something here. So I wasn't expecting to sort of be frozen, but I do want to see if it's possible. Alright.
Get out of my way.
Stop, for the love of God. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Stop getting in my way.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot. But it seems like they want to put me on rails for this.
Get out of my way. This is my house. Get out of the way. Move, I say.
Sir, this property has been seized by his lordship, the Count of Cheydinhal. Leave immediately.
I said move, or by my ancestors, I'll put you on the ground with a split lip.
Sir, I must warn you that threatening a city guardsman is an offense punishable by a fine of no less than 50 gold. Pay, or be jailed.
You swit. How dare you? Ulrich be damned. He can take his fine and stuff it up his backside.
You've been warned. You're now under arrest. Please, come with me.
I'll go nowhere with you, fetcher. Nowhere.
Stand clear.
Look on your face that tells me so. What's wrong? Oh no, they killed him. I can't believe this. Ever since his wife passed at the hands of the bandits, his life has been miserable. I'd grown to become fond of him. I wanted to take him into my house, but I was afraid. And now look what's become of him.
There are no more options left. Ulrich must be dealt with, and actions speak louder than words. You must do something for me.
Go tell Ulrich that I have some information that incriminates him. Tell him to come alone, or he won't get it.
Then lead him here, and I'll do the rest.
Tell me more about Aldous.
I'll make the necessary arrangements for his burial. He'll be buried next to his poor wife.
And Ulrich?
I'll deal with him soon enough. Ulrich will not buy his way out of this one.
Stand clear. Hello.
Greetings to you.
We must put an end to this travesty of justice.
Yeah, about that.
Aldous will be mourned. I won't sit by and watch the innocent being driven to the brink like that. Something must be done, but without bloodshed.
Where's Ulrich?
Levana has always been quick-tempered. You must reconsider her plan. It can only lead to prison for her and for you. I swear that Ulrich will pay for this. We must handle this carefully and prove to the Count that he needs to be arrested. Ulrich has been watching me, so I haven't been able to enact a plan I devised to bring him down. That ends today, now that you're here. The evidence we need to incriminate Ulrich must lie within his quarters. You must sneak in there and retrieve it without being seen.
You think maybe
If
we
you're
could have
caught,
done that before
there
the guy
isn't
died?
anything I can do to help you. Just be careful.
Garrus was saddened by the news of Aldous' death. He vowed to bring Ulrich to justice by any means. He suggested the only way to incriminate the captain would be by searching his quarters. He is suggesting that I sneak in there and look for such evidence. I'll have to decide if I want to do this, or Garrus's way, or Levana's way.
Aldous' death is indeed a tragedy. We'll do what we can to put his soul at ease. What? How about mixing up some potions? You look like quite the alchemist.
kind of nice if I could know which one of these is actually like, which is which as far as the approach.
How are you?
Can't you see that I'm busy?
Well, I know which one I'm not doing. So I'm kind of curious where this other arrow is directing me. Alright, now I need to somehow find the way back to the keep. Still really nice scenery though.
Greetings to you.
Alright, I'm gonna guess that it's just those private chambers. This will probably require some finesse.
For the love of Azura, can't a man have a bit of privacy? Get out of here!
Nothing I'd like to talk about. So long. You too. Greetings, Dana.
Doesn't last very long, does it? This isn't where I'm supposed to be, is it?
This is your last warning. Get out or I'll arrest you.
I don't get it.
We must put an end.
So where's this guy's room?
Beware of if you raise a hand again, Aldous' death is indeed a tragedy.
It's just Rakenar, the poor porter. Do you wish to beat me? Punish me? Of course. Rakenar deserves your scorn, but pity this one, please.
Tell me more about Cheydinhal.
Rakenar is your friend, no? Your servant? Whatever you require. Rakenar knows nothing. Less, even. But Rakenar wishes to please. Let's get to training.
That's fine, thanks.
Farewell.
So, I mean, I kind of feel like I need to go to those private quarters, but it didn't seem to really get me anything.
Hello.
I am Andal Indaris, Count Cheydinhal. There is no more generous or just ruler in Cyrodiil, if I say so myself.
Well, about that.
Just look around. Is not Cheydinhal the model of civic rule? No, don't bow. I am just a humble servant of the people.
Who is Chancellor Alcado?
The head of the Elder Council and a trusted servant of the Empire. No one is better suited to guide us through these troubled times. Take care.
So we'll see if there's maybe something like a barracks in the area or something. Alright, well, that's encouraging.
In Rolik's quarters, I discovered a letter he wrote to some relatives outside of Cyrodiil. In it, he talks about sending them a great deal of money and goods he purchased using illicit funds. Take this evidence to Garrus. This is the evidence Garrus would need. I should take it to him. Dearest Isabel and Janetta, I should be able to send you another package of money and goods within the month. This posting is proving more lucrative than I'd first suspected. Who knew that Indurus would be so easy to dupe? He doesn't even care. He's so busy wrapped up in his own affairs, and I mean literally, that he has no time to pay attention to the daily operations of Cheydinhal. I've decided to raise the fines again next month. Then we can begin constructing that summer keep we'd always wanted, my cousins. More to come soon. My love to both of you. Ulrich.
Not exactly what I wanted to do, but...
Stop that, thief! Worthless thief. Stop! It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your fine, or I'll haul you away.
Who saw me?
Here's the procedure. We go to the castle. First we search you, confiscate any stolen goods. Then you pay your fine, and we release you.
I wonder if the note's included in that. Nope, apparently not.
Hello there.
I'm back. That's the appropriate response. Oh, come on.
You're back.
There we
Good.
are.
Did you find the evidence?
Right here.
You've done it. This letter will spell his undoing when I present it to Count Indaris. Splendid work indeed. I must hasten to the Count and deliver this immediately. Please, meet me back at the Cheydinhal Bridge Inn in about 2 hours.
So I'll take a peek at the Cheydinhal Inn just to see if he automatically comes in there. Cheydinhal Bridge Inn. And if not, we'll go deliver the goods to the mine.
Hello.
Obviously it's a little late, but I figure the walk will do me good. Two can play at that game, my friend.
Why, walk when you can run has always been your motto. Now the miles of running and hours of swimming have paid off. You're a journeyman of athletics. Your rate of fatigue regeneration when running is increased by 50%.
Trying to avoid the, oh god! Ah! I was trying to avoid using the charges. Well. Ow! I do appreciate the friendly fire. Not my cleanest kills, but a lot better than last time.
It's been about 2 hours, and Garrus Durelium should be meeting me at the Cheydinhal Bridge Inn.
Well, he can wait.
Good that you made it. You should talk to Riena.
You must be the reinforcement from the guild. Good. I hope you brought weapons for us.
I did.
You've made it, and just in time. We've got trouble with goblins here. I'll take the bow. You give the weapons to my other 2 men.
Tell me more about the goblins.
Horrible creatures. And they've made this mine too dangerous for the workers. We're going to have to get rid of them.
Ah, you've got the weapons. Let's talk about that weapons shipment you brought.
Let's.
Excellent! I long to sink a blade into some goblin flesh. A blade? Fantastic! Let us take the fight to these vile creatures.
You're the one with the weapons shipment, right? Let's talk about that.
Is it hammer time?
Good. I need a weapon. I'm looking forward to bashing some skulls in.
Oh, I already gave the sword to the other guy. I'm sorry.
A hammer. Excellent. Good for bashing in puny goblin skulls. Okay.
I've given the weapons to the 3 Fighters Guild members. We should now clear the mine of goblins.
Hey, that wasn't part of the arrangement. I just had to deliver. Where'd you go?
I'm gonna bleed. I'm gonna bleed you slow. Let's get this over
I've
with.
fought mudcrabs more fearsome than you. You're pathetic.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic.
Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. Yeah. That's the best you can do. I'm on your side.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Show me what you've got. Do your worst.
Sorry about that.
Don't feel bad. No one lives forever. I fought mudcrabs so fiercely.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
You'll never take me down.
Hey, come on now. There's no need to get violent.
Desolate Mine is now clear of the goblins infesting it. I should return to Burzgo cash for payment.
And I'm hoping this doesn't result in me,
Let's get this over with.
I'm hoping this doesn't expel me from the guild.
Well, they're all taken care of now. Good work there, soldier. Get back to Grokash and get your payment. Looks like we got them all. Good work, soldier. The miners will be able to get back to work. You should head back to Burrs and find another contract. Good going. Look out!
Die, cur!
I should feel a little bad about what happened there.
That was some good goblin bashing. What else you need? Not bad.
Not exactly the most hospitable trip home, but profitable.
Come from speaking with Count Indaris, and I have news for you. After speaking to the Count, and in light of the evidence you recovered, Ulrich has been removed from his post and arrested. Many guards are coming forward with more evidence of his greed, so it's safe to say he'll be spending quite a bit of time in the city dungeons. I've been promoted to the post of Captain of the Guard, and hope to return respect to the peacekeepers of this town. The Count and I thank you for helping bring Ulrich's hold on Cheydinhal to an end, and for doing so without unnecessary bloodshed. As a token of our gratitude, as you did this, at the risk of false imprisonment or perhaps your life, we reward you this bounty of gold. On behalf of the people of Cheydinhal, I thank you.
Anything else?
Ulrich will be spending years in the city dungeons. This should give him plenty of time to reflect on what he's done. We finally got him. There'll be no excuses this time. Ulrich is mine.
I heard you know how to move in light armor. Well met. Go to it.
Haven't you taken care of that weapons shipment yet? Those weapons won't deliver themselves. Well, you got the weapons there, but there were casualties after. Do better in the future or don't come to me for work. Here's your reward.
You know, the casualties... never mind.
You have done well so far. I hereby promote you to apprentice. Good luck.
Got another contract for me?
Nothing now, not at your rank. Go see Azan in Anvil. Maybe he's got something.
Fair enough.
Go to it.
Alright, so there doesn't seem to be a whole lot for me to do right now. What I think I'm going to do is we'll get a good night's rest. And while I am about 15 minutes early, this seems like a good place to end it. Seeing as we'll probably be heading back to the Imperial City after this.
How are you? Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
So while I apologize for a slightly abbreviated entry, I think that'll be it. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week.